You are listening to the Main Event Moto podcast.
Well, Joe, the sport has done it. They finished 2020.
Oh, man.
Congratulations to Feld, my bosses, for what they did in Supercross. Why are you laughing?
No, it's all good.
Give it to everybody. I'm going around the room.
All right.
They pulled off Salt Lake City, the first sport to pull off the bubble before the NBA crashed their ratings. Congratulations to MX Sports for pulling off their 9-round championship. Remember, Joe, when they said it was going to be 9 and they were like, we're going, here it is, but they were still kind of like, yeah, we got to get to 6 or 7. Yeah, we hope we can get them all. Well, all 9.
Yep.
Congratulations. Congratulations to the teams. Pulled it off, too. It's not easy for them, right? Season gets stopped, have to fire it back up. Coordination from a coordination standpoint, tough, right?
Did anybody,
Congrats, guys.
Did anybody get the Rona and had to back out?
No.
No, like Cam Newton?
No. He's the only one? Or who's the other team that the Patriots didn't play that got pushed back? Titans?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay. My fantasy football team was wondering.
But none of the riders in Moto ended up getting it.
No, unless some did and disappeared, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I never heard anything, and I feel like
just props to Moto for.
I feel like we
would have
got I feel like we would have got DM'd 1,000 times like the last 2 weeks. You guys need to all calm down. Motohead need to calm down. Anyways, congratulations to the riders. It's not easy, right, Joe? I mean, you do a sport a certain way forever, and now all of a sudden you got to take a break, fire it back up, take a break, fire it back up, race deep into the year. I mean,
it's weird.
Weird. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to us.
Congratulations to us, but
you know why?
Yeah, I do know why.
Why?
Because we made it through as well.
We did. Yeah. We did it. We made it.
Persevered.
You made it.
I made it.
You had a tough go there. You had a scare.
It was tough.
Back in Supercross, you were sick at one of the rounds, and remember, laid on the floor of your bedroom for about 10 days.
Dude, that was before anybody even knew what the word coronavirus meant.
Yeah, that was February, right?
I had it.
I think you did. So congratulations to you for pulling through.
I got some of the Orange Man's antibodies.
Oh, the special stuff.
Special juice. Special orange juice.
Stuff. Superhuman stuff. It's going to be a good show. We're going to cover Paula, obviously. We're also going to cover a little bit of the sport in general, just the things that are going on. We have listener questions. Scott USA prospect Adam Cincerello listener questions.
5 best racers of all time. Dylon.
Yep, and you got that title. Are you happy for your guy?
Hell yeah.
Are you bummed for Alex? How's his leg? How's his leg?
His leg's all right.
Alex Martin's tough, dude. Breaks his leg and then rides 3 more laps just to figure out, we're watching the replay of AC go down. He's lucky.
I wasn't laughing because he went down. I was laughing because of your statement.
I know.
That's insane.
I know it is insane. And then goes 3 laps and then goes, yeah, it's not good enough. And then...
Beastly.
After, you didn't know it wasn't good enough when it happened, buddy? Because when I get a hangnail, I'm out. And I know immediately. Then again, I'm not Alex Martin.
Crazy.
Congratulations to Zach Osborne. We're watching the highlight video right now. Zach Osborne is your champ. And I think Vincent may have predicted that he was going to be the best guy other than Eli, right?
I was trying to find my notebook that had all the, predictions in it. I couldn't find it.
I have it.
You got it? All right.
And you won the trophy badly. I think you got every single one wrong.
Hell yeah.
You are the dumbass bass.
Give me that trophy.
For the 2020 Outdoor Championship. But Osborne, man, I mean, I guess we kind of saw this coming, right? Salt Lake, he was awesome there. He was, I wouldn't say overachieving, but he was bringing it almost every single race at a higher level than he'd ever done before. We go into the Motocross Series where we know he's a little bit, I wouldn't say stronger, but he's going to be right at the tip top. And then, of course, Eli has what will be known as the weirdest Eli summer of all time, where he didn't seem to care at some points, was just average, and then he also kind of got gnarly again at the end a couple times. But you got to be in it to win it. And Zach Osborne, man, he fought from the first round on, and he deserves it. And I think, again, Joe, like on a personal level, we talked about it. Like, it's good for Zach to get this, right? AC's going to get some, you think? I mean, look how good he was this summer. He got the 250 outdoor title last year. Do you agree that AC probably has a chance to get a few of these things in his career?
Of course. I mean, you have to be an idiot not to think
And
it.
Zach, again, being in his 30s now, I think he's still strong as can be. Like, he's not going to die off in a year. And I say die off, I mean in his strength, not really die off, guys. Calm down. But let's just say his opportunities are less. So I'm glad that Zach was able to pull this thing off because it puts it on his resume, and now he goes down as one of the elite. He's got a 250 indoor title. He's got a 250 outdoor title. He's got a 450 outdoor title. one to go and he nails them all.
He's one of the guys.
But, I mean, that one would be a little tougher, in my opinion, for him. But, hey, to get this one on the resume, couldn't happen to a better dude. So, congratulations to Zach Osborne. I will tell you right now that on Instagram, Zach Osborne did put out a photo on a story. It was a poll. Because, Joe, when the season ends, obviously the numbers are going to change. And when you win a championship, a national championship, not a 250 regional championship, you can pick a single-digit number. I don't know why he didn't pick one last time. Maybe the ones he liked weren't available. I don't know. When he won his 250 outdoor title. But he wins the 450 outdoor title. He puts up a poll today on his Instagram. Number 8 or number 16? Just your opinion right now, knowing what you know. Zach Osborne, number 16. It's what we've seen. Would you rather have him keep it? Or would you think it'd be cool for him to switch to number 8 for maybe the last, say, 2 or 3 years of his career? What would you like as a Osborne fan?
I would like to keep the same number.
That's what I said in my poll. I also DM'd him and said, come on, bro, just stay 16. And he told me he doesn't listen to what I have to say, but then he immediately replied with, my wife says 16, so it will be 16.
Oh.
So me and Zach's wife pushed him to keep 16.
And me.
And you.
Thanks for listening,
Do you
Zach.
think Dylan, we'll get to more about him, but do you think Dylan takes number 8? He's number 14 right now. That's a permanent number. He can keep 14. 14's sick. I thought 14... Actually, did we even... Yeah, we saw him this summer, all 14. I think it looks rad on him. I think it'd be a good number, but if you're him, do you go 8? That single digit. There's more power in it. He's younger. He's got more time here.
For some reason, it doesn't bother me as much if he were to take the single digit.
What is the reason? I don't know why.
I don't know. I just think that... I think because people don't like him as much. He's French. He's got some other things going on. If he gets into the single digits, it kind of gives him,
that's permanent, suckers.
Like a little more of a middle finger.
Yeah, it's like F you. I'm taking a single digit from you guys.
Yeah, but I'm cool with when guys keep their number, though. I like that.
So you'd be happy either way. I think he's going to take 8. I think he's gonna, because I think for like marketing reasons, and if you can go see like AC took 9 over 92. Like 92 was his number his like whole life. There was so much meaning in that. And if he's willing to walk away for 9, there's got to be some, I would say, a little bit of monetary reasons on why you would take a single digit. It's a little bit more powerful. It looks, at least in this sport, it looks like you've done more. It's not all the way true. You have Roxon at 94. You have Marvin at 25. When these guys have an attachment to a number, they'll stick to it. But I can see why a guy would go single digit. I personally don't like when they leave their... like I didn't like AC leaving 92. That was him. He was little kid 92, and to be able to be a champion and be 92 on a 450, I thought that was cool. He obviously didn't go that route, but for Dylan, there's no attachment to 14. I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe as an amateur he was number 14, or maybe he was number 8. I have no idea, but for him, I understand 8 a little bit better than I did for AC 9. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I don't see the meaningful attachment to 14.
Yeah.
So if that happens. A lot of movement happens with the numbers, apparently. I think Justin Cooper would then take 14, which he wanted last year. I don't know if you remember that, but I think Justin Cooper and Cole Seeley worked a deal where Seeley would release the number so Justin Cooper could take it, and then Dylon swooped in and just took it. And I think Jay Coop was mad about it. But now if it opens up...
Typical Dylon.
It did. It's just what you people do, right? You and him?
Typical.
You guys. That's what you would do. So I think Cooper would take 14, and if that happens, then I think Jet Lawrence would be 18, taking Weston Pike's number. I think that's kind of the scenarios right there. That's a little bit of the movement. And if not, then Dylan would... Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I'll just throw that out there. I think Dylan goes 8. I think Cooper goes 14. I think Lawrence goes 18.
I like it when the dude just keeps his triple-digit number. Just murders it.
Like Stank Dog.
Just keep it all the way through. Ride that legacy.
I wonder if he got a number this year. I don't know. It usually takes about 3 weeks for him to come out, so I don't know. I know what's happening up there at the top, but I don't know what's happening down there at the bottom. Alessi was 800.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of actually.
Yeah, I don't really know any other. I mean, Travis Pastrana was a 199 guy forever, which I think he would have been forever. And then even Dungy. I wonder what happens with Dungy. Is 5 does he get it right back? What if Dylon takes 5? Oh my God! What if Dylon just took 5 from Dungy? What if Dungy like appeals and he's like, "Hey, I want 5 back," and Dylon's like, "I take from Jay Coop. I take from Dungy."
What are the rules there?
I don't know.
He comes back.
I mean, it's been long enough to where it's not his. 5 is not his anymore. I think that if no one has it, he could probably I don't know. We've never seen someone in the current number system go away and come back 3 years later and then want his number. I don't know. I don't know what happens.
What would you do if you were in that position? You could either
Which one?
If you could take it or give it to Dungey, what would you do?
Well, I don't like the number 8. Personally, me, I don't like the number 8. I like the number 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you were in line and you could either take 5 or you could be like, nah,
is this me, Daniel, or is this
Ryan,
me, Dylan?
This is you, Daniel.
Because Dylan, you got to remember, I'm liked a little more than him. So if it's me, I'm trying to also make sure I don't want to crap all over Dungey.
You're being a nice guy, so you're like,
but if I'm Dylan, I don't really care.
It.
So if I'm Dylan, I take the 5. If I'm Daniel, I probably just go permanent number 125.
Yeah.
Take it back from Luke Neese. Freaking stole it from me this year. I was making a comeback. I was thinking about it. Anyways, congratulations to Dylan too, though. He was a boss, dude. Honestly, J-Mart gave him a scare, though. You got to admit, mid-season it got a little iffy for your boy.
There was a moment.
More than a moment. Jeremy won 3 of the first 4 rounds, something goofy like that. I think he won the overalls at 3 of them, and just kind of went on a little mini run there in the middle. But then you know what, Dylan, to his credit, when it came time to buckle down, he buckled down pretty hard. You know what I mean? He didn't throw it away. He didn't do anything goofy. The last round, he kind of he went 1-5 or 4, something like that. Whatever. He just managed. But dude, when it mattered, those 2 weeks, rounds 7 and 8, he did it. He made it stick in the races that mattered the most, and kind of took the air out of this thing. And that's what he needed to do. That way, you go to the last round and you don't have to do anything crazy. It was the same for Zach. Zach and Dylan both did their dirty work the first 8 rounds, which meant round 9 was management. And I got to admit, though, I was still a little nervous for Zach. I'm watching this track with how rough it is and the G-outs, and I'm thinking, dude, a flat tire. He already had 1. What's to say he doesn't get a flat tire in this moto, and then maybe on this track with these gnarly jumps everywhere, and it's high speed, dude, maybe he doesn't stay in the top 20. Maybe Adam gets it from a flat again. You know what I mean? I was just scared for Zach the whole time.
Sure.
I was edgy.
Yeah.
Dylan, I never was, ever.
That's part of the fun, right? The edge.
I guess it's, probably not for everyone in his group. You know what I'm saying?
No, but for the, for us, that's part of the sport, is the edge of
hell
it,
yeah,
not
it is.
knowing what's going to happen.
Honestly, it is almost the worst part of our sport when a last round is that controllable.
Yeah.
Hate that part of it.
Yeah, of course. We've been saying that since day one.
And I get it. It's part of it. Mm-hmm. That's why we get so many rounds to figure this thing out. But at the last round of the year, I love the winner take all. The Osborne Savachi final.
Sure.
There's nothing more insane than that ever. I've never even seen. I don't think I've ever witnessed anything in any sport live
like a movie
than that.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't like when the last round is just management mode. But it's
everybody wants to see it come down to a photo finish, the grand finale, the end of the movie.
Yeah. But for Zach, he earned it. He
Yeah,
earned it in
for
the
sure.
first 8
Yeah,
rounds, and it's huge for him. All right, let's talk about the winners though, because I'm really high on one of them. Obviously, you guys all know I'm Chase Sexton's biggest fan. I'm the leader of his fan club. I'm actually gonna. I was thinking about getting back on Facebook and starting a
fan
Chase
page?
Sexton fan page,
Official fan
managed
page.
by me.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, I told you he's gonna win the Supercross championship, and I'm not going away from it. And he just proved at the last round of why I'm right, because 9 rounds. Took him 9 rounds to figure it out. And now he figured it out. That's what I said this summer was all about. That's why I can't believe Honda actually did this. I can't believe they took him this young, threw him on the 450 and said, hey, go get used to it all summer, grow into this class with these boys, work out all the kinks, and then by Supercross, you are no longer a rookie. Now, I know he'll be a Supercross rookie in that class.
Yeah.
He's not a 450 rookie anymore. He just did a national championship, and he ended with a win. So he's going into Supercross, the last guy to win, in a class that he is no longer a rookie in. And again, I will, if you want to be super specific about it, yes, he is a Supercross rookie, but he's not a rookie with these guys. He's not going to line up next to Eli at round 1 and go, oh my God, it's Eli Tomac.
Sure.
He did it all summer. And look what he did. Look how he ended. So y'all need to get on the train with me. Actually, no, the fan club. I'm going to start the Chase Sexton fan. In fact, I'm not going to do it on Facebook. I'm going to do it on Instagram. I'm going to start it this week. I'm going to manage it. Chase Sexton fan club. And then during Supercross, when I'm working for the series, I'll have to hand off my duties to someone else because I don't think it's right that I have a favorite.
No, you don't want to look impartial.
I don't think I should be running the fan page for a rider that I'm supposed to be covering, fairly.
Right.
Because then I'll have a hard time doing it.
Right. You want to be impartial.
What am I supposed to say to the fans in the fan club if I'm...
It's not like you're a debate moderator.
No. So Chase Sexton, dude, y'all look out. You're all in big, big trouble. Next one, Jet Lawrence. Same kind of thing, right? Same kind of thing. Like, figured it out. Was really good at times. You saw good motos here and there. I forget which one it was. There was one of them that was really good. He was up there for a long time. I forget which moto specifically that I went, man, he's getting it. But you go to the last round of the year and you put it all together, and I'm sorry, but that is a huge confidence booster for him going into Supercross, where I think he's better. I mean, right? He's an incredible outdoor rider, but dude, did you saw what you saw this year?
Oh yeah, he's got
16-year-old kid. He's got Supercross figured out like others don't. And you win the last round of the year, that's the last little piece of evidence you need in your own mind to know that you're ready. Like, look, I got one now. I raced Dylan and Jeremy. Think about that. He went against Dylan and Jeremy. They were so gnarly in outdoor this summer, and he beats him at the last round. Dylan's gone. Jeremy's not nearly as tough in Supercross. Of course, you'll have Faulkner coming back. You'll have Justin Cooper. You'll have Christian Craig, who I think is going to be incredible next year. But if you're Jet Lawrence, in your own mind, you're probably thinking, okay, the pre-learning stuff is over now. It's time to win. You know what I mean? Like, there's a period where you go, okay, I'm done learning the basics. Now it's time to win. And I'll still have things I'm going to learn along the way, but I'm ready.
Yeah.
That's got to be in his head, right? You win the last round of the year. He's got to be going into next year thinking it's time. Well, I think he thought that anyway. But in my opinion, he just did a lot for himself mentally. And I think he did a lot to the competition too. I mean, we're talking about a lot of guys out there that probably aren't excited with the fact that this guy's coming around like he is. If you're Faulkner, if you're Justin Cooper, you didn't want to see this, the last round.
Hell no. It's nothing but positives for Jet.
Yeah.
You leave super confident going into the upcoming Supercross season, and you put everybody on notice.
Yep. I'm not going to say it right now. I'm not all in on him winning next year, the title. I still think that he's got some little things he's going to learn along the way. And I do think he's going to have some formidable competition. I mean, if he ends up with Faulkner, I think he'll be in a real tough spot. But I think he could probably take everybody else, but I still think he's just going to be a kid and do some stuff. But maybe he just has it figured out too and just wax it. He might wax everybody next year. You know what I mean? God, there's 3 more months.
Yeah.
3 more months to get better. Like, oof.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anything else from Paul that really is important? I don't really want to cover every detail of the race. I thought AC kind of blew it there at the end. That's what I'm a little nervous about with him still moving forward. He's good for 1 or 2, man. Like, and I don't understand him all the way. Like, I don't understand because he doesn't look like it's about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that crash come and go. Oh my gosh, look, like, I don't know. On a 450, he doesn't. On the 250, I felt like they were coming. You know what I mean? Where you're like watching him, you're like, God, calm down. On the 450, though, he just looks so mellow and calm and controlled, still aggressive, but just really good, and then just loses it. So that's got to get fixed for next year. Anyways, I don't know. Last question I have. What was that?
I don't know, bud.
Something just moved behind me, dude. That was scary. Last question for you before we go into the break. Tomac. This summer was obviously goofy at all. Do you right now, I know it's 3 months before we go racing, are you confident that he comes out next year with the same hunger that he had this year Supercross, or is this the start of him not giving as much of a damn? I want to believe that he'll be all the way back, but at the same time, man, once you get a little bit of that taste of, I don't think he's slacking, but you know what I mean? That edge that just goes away where it's everything, nothing else in the world matters. Got a kid now. I just don't. I'm wondering if he's going to be all the way in. 'Cause you got to remember, in this sport, at 45% or 95%, that's a lot. But that last 5%. That's big. When you have other guys all in, you know what I mean? I'm just throwing it out there. I'm curious if he's gonna. respond from this outdoor championship with more fire, or if he's accomplished everything he wants and he's 95% now. And if he does, if he does that, I have a hard time seeing him repeating. I'm just saying.
I think that, just personal take, he squeaked one out Supercross, and that's about it.
Kind of feel the same. I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth and he kills everyone next year, but I have a feeling with AC being better and just even the depth of more guys that are coming back. I mean, think about how much deeper it's even going to be at the front with Marvin, and Savacci's a good starter, so that means Eli's going to have to go through more guys. Dylan's going to be in there. I'm just wondering if the depth of the class and the fire of this new youthful generation, if he's really going to go out and be willing to be as desperate as he was this year to get that one that he's been chasing. That's all I'm saying. I don't see how he could be as motivated to repeat as he was to get this one.
I mean, Dungey's winning the championship anyway, so it is what it is.
Stop. But you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So you could see it, right?
Yep.
But you could also see him being a little bent about this, coming out and like being like, no. Because I can see both ways, but I kind of lean towards I don't see him being as good next year.
I just think everything lined up. He got his Supercross championship that he's been chasing, and that's where it's going to stay.
Okay, I'm 55-45 lean that I agree.
You got K-Rock coming back after a long hiatus.
Honestly, my feelings are the same with him.
I know.
I think
everybody's that way.
I question how easy it's going to be for Roxon and Tomac to be as good as they are next year. I really do. I think the class is about to take another uptick in speed and players at the front, and I think...
Would you go so far as to say we've seen their glory days?
Today, right now, I believe that we've seen the best of both. I don't think they'll be any better than they've ever been. I think Eli will be not worse. That's not a fair word. I think Eli will be less than he was last year or this year. He'll be less, and I think Kenny will be less than he was this year too. And I think the sport's about to have a dramatic change at the top. Like I've been saying, the new generation is about to push the old generation. And when I say old, I mean they've been in there for a while. The vets. The vets, I think, are about to be pushed out by the kids. That's what I think's coming, and we'll find out.
It happens. There's a changing of the guard that's more drastic than other years every so often.
Yeah, and that's not to say they're going to be bad. For all you out there, don't get confused. I'm not saying they're going to be like 8th and 9th in points. They could be 2nd and 3rd or 3rd and 4th. I just think that their best shot was this year, and Eli got it and Kenny didn't, and I don't see either one of them winning next year. My pick is neither one. That's all I'm saying.
Doesn't mean they won't get some podiums, but it's just not going to be.
And wins. Yeah. They're going to be great, but they will not be
the greatest.
No. I think they'll both get less points than they got this year. Next year. That's my guess. But let's take a break. Let's come back. We got the listener questions. You guys are crazy. There was more than ever. And we can't answer them all, but we'll try to do our best and answer as many as we can after the break.
Main event moto.
There's a reason I run DRS suspension and Race Tech hard parts with Mika Metals chains, bars, and sprockets on Evans 65. First off, DRS suspension settings work everywhere. I haven't changed a clicker since I put them on. Maybe it's the internals from Race Tech that give it that extra something.
American-made products with a 100% guarantee. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, the DRS Race Tech combo works for me. And what can I say about Mika?
First off, they've been with us since the beginning.
The quality of their bars is top of the line, and Mika is the only chain and sprocket combo I run. Motoheads, get with the program. It's DRS suspension, Race Tech, Mika Metals.
Say it again.
It's DRS suspension, Race Tech, Mika Metals. Is that good, Joe?
Yeah.
I love when NorCal companies take the world by storm. Guts Racing seat covers and no-toil filters are made right here at home, but their products travel the country and world on some of the baddest dudes' bikes in pro racing.
Who runs Guts?
Too many factory teams to list, Joe.
Who runs No Toil?
Well, it's the only filter Chad Reed will run. Guts and No Toil make only the best. So visit gutsracing.com and notoil.com and step up your game, Motoheads.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Ooh-wee. Can't believe you didn't catch it. Catch it and correct me. I can't believe it. I start the show off thanking everybody, except for our own sponsors. Can you believe that?
It's
what a choke artist.
Special episode.
What a choke artist. Huge shout out to Fly Racing. Mika Metals, thank you guys so much. No Toil, EMT Racing, Viral Moto, Olmi Creations. So we have the best sponsors in the whole wide world.
Agreed.
Motosport.com. We're going to give away a gift card. All American Chevy of Killeen. Oh, Austin, my van is so sick. I'm in love with it. I've been sleeping in it every night. Just kidding. I want to, though. I want to. Soon. I'm working on something right now, Joe. I might be working a little something about getting my van a little something.
Ooh.
So just stay tuned, y'all. Screenprintingdone.com. How's Neil doing?
So
You've talked
good.
to him since
Talked to him this morning.
Yeah, how was he?
He's so good.
Is he good?
The hoodies are coming along great.
You didn't see my shirt that I'm wearing, did you?
Oh, yeah, I see it. Uncle Jerry's shirt. I love it.
I hate that guy. Guts Racing, Scott USA, DRS Suspension with Race Tech. My God, my son's bike. It's like riding on pillows for the little man. And, of course, Blenzall, thank you guys so much for being a part of this show. Again, I thank everybody but you guys. It's just cold-blooded. I also want to give a huge shout-out to Racer X. They are our partners on this podcast. You're listening on the Racer X network to Main Event Moto. And their calendar is coming out. They do the calendar every single, I think it's like the last couple months of the year. But it's their yearly calendar. I think it's from now till January 6th. So if you subscribe, you get it. And they're celebrating 50 years of pro motocross. So this one's going to be a little bit more special than most. So go to racerxonline.com/Blair and subscribe to Racer X, and you'll get the calendar. All right. Joe, you going to get one?
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm getting a couple, so
Nice.
I'll give you yours. Let's do our Scott USA, Adam Cincerillo prospect listener questions. And again, you guys are crazy. There's a lot of them. We'll do our best. We'll rip it as best we can, guys. Here we go.
Mazzy185 says, on a scale of 1, punching a small child. I'm sorry. On a scale of 1 to punching a small child, how pissed was Adam when Eli passed him in the first moto? And do you think any words were said about it at the rig?
I think no. So Joe, obviously, with Adam Cincerillo still in the running for the championship, wasn't very polite of Eli to chase him down like a madman and get him in that first moto, right? That's okay. I see the point. The reality is, though, is the championship was pretty. The points were pretty far out. It wasn't like a 3-point or 5-point deal where you're going to have some conversations. I mean, he was 20-something points down, so I don't think Eli is sitting there like feeling sorry for the pass. You know what I mean? I don't. But then again, guys, Savachi helped him make $1 million. I don't know now. Now that I look at that angle, Eli's been on the receiving end of a pretty good deal. But you get my point. Like, Eli's not going to go out in there and do the math for Adam and just slack and let this young Kawasaki dude get a win when he can get a win. You know what I mean? So I think Eli's thinking, dude, it's not close enough for this to really affect anything, and I want to win, and I'm not going to not win. And as far as Adam goes, I kind of don't see Adam saying anything about it. I think Adam's pretty realistic too. You know what I mean? If it's single-digit points, Adam's going to be like, dude, come on, man. Like, you really got to go there? But 20-something down, I don't really see it being a problem. You know
They're
what
professionals.
I mean? If I'm Adam, I'm not pissed. I'm more mad that he got me because, damn it, he got me this moto. I'm not looking at it that way. He's going to need a miracle either way. So I don't really look at it that way. And if I'm Eli, I don't know. I mean, other than the fact that I don't know, maybe an attaboy would have been nice because he had one given to him. He had a lot of money given to him in the same kind of scenario. Different, but you get what I'm saying. All right, next one.
DJ KT115 says, silly season idea. Producer Joe should start up his own team and pick up all the riders that lost their ride with Geico leaving. Also, I think they need 3 250 classes now. East, West, and Star Yamaha.
Star Yamaha has literally like 5,000 people. You do realize that they got that Thrasher amateur kid. They have, I don't know what they're doing with Masterpool. They got Craig. I mean, they're losing Dylan and Shane, well, to the 250 program. I mean, they're literally hiring everybody. So they need more coasts. What was the first part of the question again?
He wants producer Joe to do a team to get all the people that lost their rides from Geico, which we talked about, I think, right? It's going to be the Creed.
Yeah, Creed Honda. We're working on it. We're working on a deal with Shimoda, Mumford, and J-Mart.
Yep.
I think everybody wants J-Mart right now.
Camel.
Everybody wants J-Mart. I hear PC wants J-Mart. I hear Gas wants J-Mart. I don't know how in the world KTM doesn't want J-Mart. from what I understand, have one guy next year. Star Racing wants J-Mart probably. JGR wants J-Mart. And Creed Honda wants J-Mart, right? Or do you not want him?
No, yeah, Creed Honda definitely wants J-Mart.
Okay, so should we reach out?
Yep.
I mean, he seems to be a free agent. Where do you think he really ends up, though? I kind of feel like JGR Suzuki 450 would be a good move for him. He wants a 450 factory ride. They're getting their budget bigger. From what I hear they might not have Shane. I think McElrath might be going to HEP Suzuki. So they got Savachi in an open spot. Like,
I could see it.
That'd be rad.
Yeah.
I hear PC is the main one, but hell, Star Racing Yamaha. They want everybody else. Go get the Martin brothers. I'm available. I'll ride for them too. Will, Han, I know you're listening. If you're out there,
Dungy's available.
Dungy's available. Brandon Hartraft's available.
Dungy's going to KTM.
So who are we picking up on Creed Honda then?
Well,
Jeremy?
Definitely Jeremy.
Not Alex? Are you guys...
I mean, no, we'll take Alex too. The guy will ride with a broken leg.
Okay.
How could you not?
So Jeremy and Alex.
Yep. Keep the brothers
Do we
together.
want Hartraft too? I like Brandon.
Yeah.
I like Shimoda too. I think he's coming around. I think dude, he poured it on that last one. Let's get him too.
Just
How big's the budget?
Groove.
What do we got? What are we working with?
I mean, we're working with Creed money, son. It's endless.
Okay, then I want Drake. Drake's free agent. Mumford, you want him?
Yep.
Okay.
And his sons. Stupid joke.
No, that's a possible show title.
We'll take them all. We'll take them all.
Who else is out there? My boy, Jacob Hayes. He's out there.
Yeah.
He might not be available, though, for very long. From what I heard, he might be signing a pretty interesting deal next year with In-N-Out Burger. And I'm not talking the race team. I'm talking the franchise.
Yeah.
General manager, the Lodi branch.
Ooh,
No, in all reality, I think Jacob might actually have something kind of cool and kind of unique and kind of like drop your phone if it happens. If what happens with Jacob comes out, you're all going to drop your phone.
Oh, man.
In the outhouse.
Here you go again, dangling.
Planting seeds.
Lieutenant Dangle.
Planting seeds.
Dangling carrots.
All right, so Creed Honda's happening, but let's. I'll call Jeremy if PC or Gas or Star or somebody
Creed
else.
Honda. And
first.
in the pits at the trailer, we only listen to Creed albums. All two of them.
We actually just listened to With Arms Wide Open over and over on repeat. Good idea. Next one.
Trophy Tractor says, I'm not the biggest Dylon fan, but why isn't anyone talking about how many 450 races he's going to win next year like we did with Chase and AC? He's as or more dominant than they were in the 250 class, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, but the problem is, and maybe it's just a perception problem, the problem is that he's going to be riding a Yamaha 450, which has been a difficult bike for riders to set up for Supercross in certain conditions. I think that's very fair because Barsha, Plessinger, they all said in hardpack, they have a really hard time with the bike. Well, let's just say, we have Salt Lake is going to be hardpack. Glendale could be hardpack. Arlington could be hardpack. The Anaheims get hardpack if they're there. You're talking half the rounds of the series are usually tracks that the people complained about the bike last year. So I'm just putting my own math together with the perception that the bike's hard to get right. And I think he could have a rough rookie year on that bike because that's what we saw with Webb. We saw it with Plessinger. I mean, Barsha's the only guy to have real success recently. And I mean, he's Barsha. He's been around a lot longer. I feel like he could make that bike work better than anybody. But even he had problems with it. So that's why, right? I mean, is that why you're not as high on Dylan? Because if he was going to KTM or Gas, I probably would feel a little more confident in him. I just think that he's going to have a tough time in the 450 class on a bike that he can't ride his way. Because I don't think his style fits that bike. And I believe he's going to have to make some changes to the way he rides. And his style, he's wild. And that 450 Yamaha doesn't like that.
That's exactly why. Honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, but he seems a little small for a Yamaha 450. I'm sorry.
100%.
It just, I don't know.
100%.
It just doesn't seem like he'll be able to handle it.
And I don't know. And maybe you're thinking that too because he wears loose gear, but he seems frailer to me than even Cooper. Like Cooper's not very big. Cooper's my height. He's 5'6" at best. So he's not big either, but Cooper's thick. He's kind of stocky. Dylan is skinny. And I'm wondering what does he weigh? Maybe a $140 or 50? That on a Yamaha 450 against all these other guys in this class that is physical, I just see that being a hard bike to ride for 20 minutes aggressive when he's that little, unless he's going to, in 3 months, somehow put on 15 pounds of muscle. To me, he seems little for that kind of bike. I think he would be better off, to me, on a more skinnier, agile bike that he could throw around, where I think that bike and maybe the Cowie are better suited for bigger, stronger guys. And I don't like the fit with the rider and the bike yet. Prove me wrong. Got to remember, Yamaha now, Joe, is going over to Star Yamaha. It's all new people. That team's got a lot of success, so maybe they're going to approach the bike differently.
I hope he does prove you wrong. He's going to wax everybody.
Okay. But I have faith that that team can do some stuff, but I think it's going to be a project, and he's, to your point, I think he's a little small on that bike. A little light, for sure. Next one.
Post the Trandom says, yeah, y'all coming to Team Fried Halloween Classic? Y'all should.
No. Are you going?
I'm going.
No, you're not. I heard this race is going to be pretty cool. Anderson's putting it on. Team Fry. They got a bunch of people going. I think Axel Hodge. Like it's going to be a pretty cool event / race. But no, you guys all know. I don't do races like that with my kid yet. I do local ones, and then I had to do Washougal because we have sponsors up there that mean a lot to us. So that's the only reason why we left the state. I ain't leaving California with that kid yet. He barely knows what the hell's going on. I had to take his back brake away from him, Joe. Literally, kid wouldn't. Seriously, we've been working on front brake for 2 months, and whenever I don't say anything, he comes back in and the front disc is cold, and I'm like, "What's the deal?" "Oh, I forgot." All right, took his back brake away. 3 days. 3 days. No front or no back brake, only front brake. Riding great. I gave him the back brake back. The back brake back this weekend. 4 laps. Comes in, disc is cold. Literally went right back to the back brake, just rides it around the whole damn track. So, taking his back brake away again. I swear it might be for good. I might just need to learn how to race without it.
Yeah.
Because he's not getting the hint. So,
Easy
y'all
fix.
see what I'm having to deal with? No, I'm not leaving California for the Team Fried Classic when my kid can't even use his damn front brake. Next one.
Victor G251 says, "About time, 3 races later." I think he's talking about our schedule. About time, 3 races later. Yeah.
I think he is.
He's talking shit on us.
We should probably address
Sorry,
that.
Victor.
Guys, the racing's done for the year. So what is our plan, Joe? What kind of deal can we make with the listeners? Because we've kind of fulfilled our obligations. We kind of don't have to do any more this year if we don't want to, but I think that's rude. So what are we working with here?
I think we'll do our off-season once a month check-in show.
Once a month?
I mean,
so,
if they want to hang out.
So one in November, one in December?
Main show, yeah. Maybe twice. There's not,
So maybe 3 or 4 more?
Yeah.
I know you guys are all mad about that, but look, gotta be real with you. It's hard in the off season. Really hard, right?
Yes, sir.
It's hard to cover when there's nothing to cover. So we'll do some fun stuff. In fact, guess what? The next show we do, Vincent will be in studio for y'all. So we'll talk about whatever. We'll talk about gross doctor stuff and body parts and COVID stuff. But yeah, we'll do a few more this year, but guys, I got to be real with you. Like, we're not knocking these out every week or every other week. It's going to slow down from here. And then we'll fire it off. January, whatever, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever the first day is, we'll be back. So have some fun with us, but not as much. Next one.
Victor's got a second part. He says, Sexton training with JS7 is paying off. Do you think him training with JS7 is going to help him with the Supercross championship? I mean, to you, Sexton can't do anything wrong, so I'm sure
Why don't you answer that then?
It can only help. It can't hurt.
Why don't you answer that? Because
You're already in on him, so it can't. Training with Stewart can't hurt.
I wonder what Stewart's teaching him. Is it just another set of eyes?
Yeah, those little things.
I mean, they don't ride the same. You've seen the videos now. Chase is like so efficient, and James was just like, go where he wants to go, do what he wants to do. He raced free. You know what I mean? Where Chase is so deliberate with every move he makes. So I wonder if James is helping with. I can't imagine it's technique and riding stuff as much as it's maybe just race awareness, noticing what other guys are doing. You know what I mean? I really wonder what he is bringing to the table. Because he's bringing something. He's James Stewart, so there's something. He's got something to give.
Yeah.
I wonder what it is, though. I would love to be a fly on the wall.
It's all the little things, the little intangible details, the stuff that you got to see through his eyes, probably.
I wonder. I mean, it would be pretty expensive to pay to find out. 'Cause Chase is obviously wanting the information too, and it ain't for free, I could imagine. But yeah, whatever it is, it's working because again, he figured it out. It took him 9 rounds to do it, but they in trouble. Next one.
Zach YD298 says, Barsha on gas. It will be beautiful.
I think it's like the perfect pair, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think for the bike, remember we were just talking about Dylan and the bike. I really liked the gas fit for Dylan. When I was hearing that, I was like, God, that couldn't be any better. But obviously, for whatever reason, it doesn't happen. Barsha ends up there, but I kind of feel like Barsha, man, it rides a little bit the same way. He's actually, you know what though? Do you feel like Dylan this year was a lot smoother and a little bit more technical than he was, I think, even last year? I felt last year he was scary a little bit. Like he was so on it. Remember him and AC? I mean, I felt scared every time they were racing each other, pretty much. But this year, did Dylan look a little bit smoother?
Oh, yeah.
Even when he was pulling away. Like I felt like he was actually winning by more than last year at times, but doing it in a mellower way. So maybe it is a transition for Dylan. Maybe he will ride that Yamaha 450 better if he can kind of point and shoot a little bit. But I feel like in the past, he's always come across as a little looser. I didn't feel like it would be a good fit. But either way, back to Barsha. I do think Barsha and Gas is a great fit. That engine is an engine that builds power. And Barsha likes to rev and scream a bike out, so he's not as much of a low-end hit kind of guy. I think he likes the bike to build. So right there, you're going to have an advantage. The way he likes to ride in between things, in the corners, that'll help. And then the bike's skinnier. It's more agile. He can throw it around more. I think it's a little bit better on hardpack, which he's been complaining about. I just think rider and bike, it's the best fit ever. And I would say that I think Barsha is going to be pretty tough next year. I put him right in the conversation for the championship. And 6 or 7 guys I could put there. Put Marvin back in that conversation. Webb will be in that conversation. AC will be in that conversation. Roxon, Tomac, maybe Osborne, maybe Barsha. I could make the argument for every one of those guys, except for they're all missing one thing. They're not Chase Sexton. All right, next question.
Cole Schnitzler 235. Will there be a main event moto next year?
I think so.
Of course, Cole. Come on, buddy.
Do you want to do another show with me, Joe?
Absolutely.
Would you like to continue this relationship?
Forever.
Forever?
Yeah, forever and ever. Amen.
What if this sport goes on in like 50 more years and you and I are
Perfect.
88?
It's perfect.
Man, that'd be cool. 88 years old doing actually, we'll be doing a podcast. It'll be VR by then. You guys can just like press a button and be in here with us. We'll just talk to you.
It'll be Elon's neural implant.
Yeah,
It'll just be in your brain.
You'll just like press a button and you'll know everything we said. Next one.
How do you pronounce this? Oh, yes, Hess. Any chance Starr kept Cooper out of the last moto because he's known for racing Dylon hard? Timing was perfect for a motor failure.
I think there might have been even a couple of those that asked that, and the answer is no possible way.
Yeah, the next one was in Van Hoos 614. Did Starr intentionally sabotage Justin Cooper's bike to make sure he didn't get in Dylon's way?
That is hilarious because stop. If you guys are asking that sarcastically, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's hilarious. That's my kind of humor, right?
Right.
Of course they took him out, Joe. He was gonna go, dude. Dylon took his number last year, right? Mm-hmm. Jay Coop's been waiting all year to get him back in the last moto, and Starr knew, so they took his engine away from him. Oops. All on purpose. I love it. The reality is, guys, nobody would ever do that to the rider because it's dangerous. You would never do a motor malfunction because the first jump he hits, all he has to do is go on the parade lap and, this double's not that big, and the dude is done for. Nobody would ever do that to a rider or sabotage their own team. So if you're being sarcastic, I'm all in. If you're being serious, like, no. The answer is no. Next one.
3Monkey250F said, how many times do the donut and dog get into it in 21?
Did you see Justin Cooper's butt patch with the dog eating the donut on his butt patch?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I honestly probably don't see any. I mean, after the first moto, they gave each other knuckles. They're buddies. They're
pros.
They're pro. Well,
Yeah, they're professionals.
I don't know. No, I don't think. Okay, put it this way: if anything goes down with Lawrence and Cooper and Faulkner, it'll be fresh stuff. I don't think these guys are going to hold a grudge over something that was on Instagram that wasn't even bad. So the truth is yes, I could see Justin Cooper and or Jet Lawrence getting into it next year. 100%, not for those reasons. Just because those two are going to be the top dogs in the class, right? I mean, going into Supercross and outdoor, they're in the conversation, right? Both of them?
Yep.
So, of course, I hope they get into it. It's what should happen. That's what guys should do when they're going at it. J. Martin Ferrandis got into it a little bit this year, and then we're all hugging the next week, but whatever. But no, I don't see anything based off of this. I see just straight up good battling next year. That might turn into some fire next year, but it'll be racing reasons. 2021 racing reasons. Next one.
Got a little bit of a beef here going on between these two guys I'm about to do. Basic White Father says, my Mount Rushmore of motocross is Carmichael, Stewart, McGrath, and Weege. #serious.
Okay.
And somebody responds to him. Rokosh Racing says, oh my good, you young people. I think he means God. And then Rokosh Racing apparently has a different Mount Rushmore. He says DeCoster, Hanna, Everts, and Carmichael. Mic drop, end of debate with 3 exclamation points.
So what we have here, folks, is a more modern generation viewer, right? Who probably doesn't recognize DeCoster and who do you say? DeCoster and Hanna and Everts? Probably doesn't recognize them as in the conversation because not as relevant from the time, that they've been watching. I don't know the ages of these. I'm going to assume the second one is probably a little older, right?
Yeah.
I personally kind of live in the same world where for me, the sport really started where I became like a fanatic in 1990. That's where I was 8 years old. I went to Anaheim. I watched it. I became a psychopath. I know the history before that, but I don't really recognize it as much. I don't have an attachment to it. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to go, yeah, I'll put DeCoster over Stewart because I didn't get to feel the DeCoster era and see what he did, which was badass. I have no attachment to that era. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or Stewart, I do. I mean, God, I watched almost every lap of it, of James Stewart's career in Supercross. So I understand the discrepancy, and I think it's just generational. But if you're going to go straight Mount Rushmore, I think you got to either do it from 2 different angles. Number one, it's going to be statistical. Who has the statistics straight up? And you pick your 4. Or it goes for impactful people who have had an impact on the sport, right?
Yep, exactly.
Or you could even go for your favorite. I mean, Joe, if you were going to make your Mount Rushmore right out here in front of the Batcave and you were going to sculpt it in a bikini by yourself over the course of a long summer, who would be your 4? Who's your 4 favorite? Because you can't go statistic or impact because your impact, you've only been around for a couple of years. So
it would
if you were
be
to
the
pick
Young
your 4,
Bucks. It would be it would be Dylon.
Okay.
It would be Dylon. No, I'm just kidding. It'd be
Dylon.
It'd be Dylon. It'd be Coop. I'd have to have
Ferrandis.
I'd have to have Amart on there.
Amart for blood reasons.
Who else would I have on there? I'd probably have. I don't know. I'd probably have Anderson. I like Anderson's style.
Anderson, yep. So that's your Mount Rushmore because those are the ones that you like for your.
But
reasons.
I know that Carmichael and Stewart are the daddies, and that they would be in the modern era. They would be on.
For
there.
me, if you're picking 4, it's without question Carmichael. It's without question Jeremy McGrath. That's done. It's not only from a statistical, but even an impact thing. Those two are non-debatable. And for the second guy who wrote in, to put Hanna and DeCoster and Everts, I understand because maybe for you and the general whatever, but to not have McGrath on your list is you can't. He's a 7-time Supercross champion, the king, the most probably impactful person ever as far as superstar for their era. I mean, he's McGrath. It's untouchable, statistically and impact wise. So those two are non. You don't even argue. Then it comes down to the next 2 for me, and for me it's probably Dungey and Villapoto just because of the championships. As much as I love James Stewart, I mean Stewart's probably number 1 if you want to talk about actually popularity, bridging outside the sport. Just he had a TV show. I mean Stewart is all time, but statistically he's not. He's not as good as Dungey or Villapoto from a statistical standpoint. He's just not. So for me, Daniels, Mount Rushmore, it's Carmichael, McGrath, Villapoto, Dungey. Those are my 4. So, okay?
Boom.
The reason those were brought up, because obviously they were doing that all summer. I get it, but everyone's going to have their own reason and their own thing, and that's non-debatable. Even the 4 presidents that we have right now, are they the 4 best presidents? Are they the first 4 presidents? No, they're on there for different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then the 5th one will be on there soon. Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's coming. He's actually running for the Senate. I don't know if you saw that today. He said he's running. He said today.
Stop it.
Said today he's running for the Senate. Sorry.
Let's take a break.
All right, I'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll do the last listener question.
Main event moto.
Look good? Check. Protection? Check.
Fly Racing has had the gear game on lock for years, but the Formula helmet has taken Fly to another level. They didn't just make a high-quality helmet, they redefined the standard for the most important piece of safety equipment on a rider's body.
Use your head and protect your head. Run the Fly Formula helmet.
Then cover the rest of your body in Fly's Evolution and Kinetic gear lines.
Easy decision.
If you're a true Motohead, then Motosport.com is your only choice when it comes to OEM or aftermarket parts for your bike. And when it comes to servicing your bike or giving it the punch you need to perform, it's EMT Racing. With Motosport.com, you can get everything you need for your bike with great pricing and ridiculous speed on shipping. And with EMT, it's simple. Take your bike to the experts.
2020 is the year EMT takes over the performance world. If you don't know, now you know.
Your Bat Bros choose Motosport.com and EMT Racing, and you should too. Motoheads, do you want to stand out on and off the track? Make sure to check out Viral Moto for your jersey lettering and apparel needs. That's viralmoto.com.
Because having a blank jersey is about as bad as Vincent's golf game.
And when it's time to get a screen printing project done for your business or personal use, you have one choice. It's screenprintingdone.com.
Neil is the man. You know those Main Event Moto sweatshirts you're wearing? Yeah, Neil at Screen Printing Done did those.
You know that sick new Viral Moto shirt you're wearing? Yeah, Neil did those too.
We like to look good. That's why we choose Viral Moto and ScreenPrintingDone.com.
All American Chevrolet in Killeen, Texas is a proud supporter of Main Event Moto and invites all the Moto heads to experience the difference for all of your Chevy sales and service needs. Mention Main Event Moto and get 50% off your next oil change and a front-end alignment at no charge. Remember, whether you're hauling your bikes to the weekend track, trail, or race, or commuting to the job that pays for your moto habit, we have the truck to get you there in style. Visit us online anytime at ChevyKilleen.com. That's all American Chevrolet of Killeen. Chevy, find new roads.
Main Event Moto Podcast.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I like about you, Joe?
What do you like about me?
Other than everything? We just watched the highlights after finishing the last outdoor moto that was on when I got here. Good job. And then what do? You immediately put some Supercross on. Are you ready for 2021 already?
Yeah, dude. It's always fun.
It's crazy, though, how we did get through this year, right? Like, I mean, everything that we got through, the sport, they pulled it all off. And now we're, like, not that far away from getting it going again. I always feel like the offseason seems so long, but now the offseason is going to be short. I mean, we're getting into the middle of October. I guess it might feel long at times because we won't have as many offseason races. I don't think there's going to be as many, or maybe, any of them. But I just feel, even like with the weather today, the weather all of a sudden chilled off. It was kind of cold this morning, and I feel like we're going to be right in this sucker quick.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I like you putting this on because it's like already getting us back in the zone. But I wonder what the riders are doing too. You know, I imagine some want to take a week off maybe, but Joe, Supercross prep is on now. And if you're Barsha, you're going to gas. If you're Dylan, you're going 450. Chase, like I said, already had a little bit of help, but they do have a new bike, so that's going to be a lot of new stuff for him. I just, for these guys that are making big changes to their life and their bike or their manufacturer, I think this is going to go by pretty damn fast, and we're going to be right back in this sucker. So I'm excited. I'm actually going to start running and getting in shape again. It's been a comfortable summer. Let's just say that. I feel everything might be fitting a little tight at the moment. But it's time to start getting ready, dude. I'm pumped. So let's do the rest of these listener questions, but I like your move there, putting the Supercross on.
3 Monkey 250F does, he said does is Star. I think what he means is Star going to be the new Geico? Having a 6-man team, except that Star with have 6 on each coast?
I mean, in reality, I don't know how it's happening over there, except for we know that the 450 team is going there. So this is just me putting my own little pieces together, but I'm wondering if the math adds up this way. I guess I could say they're getting the 450 program, which means I'm assuming Yamaha is going to turn over all that budget over to Star. You know what I mean? If it's going from one team to another, the factory itself, to them, I'm assuming that their budget's going to be lifted bigger. You got 450s now. There's more money. So I'm wondering if their 450 budget is allowing them to maybe do a little more in the 250 class. If the team is owned by the same people, I don't know if it is. I kind of think it all is. The 450 budget comes in all of a sudden, you can do a little bit more with your 250 team too, because you got a little bit more money to play with. So all of a sudden now, you get Levi Kitchen and Nate Thrasher. That's 2 more guys that weren't your guys. You already had 2 amateurs. Okay, then you got Masterpool, who I don't know what you're doing with. You got Fry, you got Justin Cooper, you got Colt Nichols, you got Christian Craig. They literally have everybody. I don't know how they're doing this, but it doesn't seem to be running out. So who knows? Maybe they're not done. Maybe they do want to have 6 on each coast. That means they need 1 or 2 more.
Jeez.
So, we'll see what happens with them. But I'm confused by the math. Is all I'm saying is I don't know where the budget's all coming from because it seems to be endless. This stuff isn't free. You can't have 4 amateur kids that are all about the damn same, A, B. They're all ready to go pro here like in the next 12 to 18 months. Thrasher just kind of did. And then you already have a full team of 4 guys plus Masterpool. I don't know what's going on there, but they are literally signing everybody. Next one. I'm available.
OG Motohead, main show guy, Steel 830 said, J Mart to gas or PC. And he says, it sucks about producer Joe Gallo's boy Alex. Dad didn't raise no pussy. Rode 3 more laps with a broken leg. Badass mother. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
No doubt, Steel. No doubt.
What do you say? Okay, so
J-Mart, gas,
this is what I've
PC.
heard. I've heard everybody wants him. Obviously, when the dude gets out of contract and he just almost won the outdoor title and he's national number 6 and he's proven track record of being a badass, you'd assume everybody wants him. I've heard Pro Circuit obviously wants him, like badly, and they're trying to do whatever they can to get him. I know Gas wants him real bad because they would love to come out and make an impact. I mean, what better guy to come out and make an impact with than him? But I'm also hearing through channels and maybe even another podcast with my 3 best friends on it that I think Mosman is going to Gas from Husqvarna, so they might be full and not have the ability to do any more. So I don't know. And then JGR, what the hell are they going to do? I have no idea. So I don't know where J-Mart ends up. I guess PC would be the likely one because I've heard the most rumors about it, but who knows? Who knows? I could see it not being there either. So I don't know. Next one.
OG
Creed
Motohead 80 Neva official said, is Rhino the Tomac Whisperer?
I don't know, but Rhino had a new video on Instagram today, and unfortunately someone called me, so it kind of like ruined my Instagram. I couldn't see it, so I didn't go back and watch it, but he has like a 9-minute video, and he's got his hair all in a ponytail, and it's all gray, and he's looking like a man of the earth. And apparently he was at Tomac's house hanging out, riding with him. And as soon as I'm done talking to you, I'm going to play this video because I didn't get to finish
Smoking a bunch of weed.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. But maybe he's the Eli. I don't even know why that would be true. What did Eli do other than have a good first moto? I don't know. It's funny though that you bring that up because I literally was watching the Rhino video today and someone called me and interrupted my video.
The Real Fam Racing says, what's really going to happen to the factory connection riders? Also, what did you think of Tomac passing AC in the first moto?
Like I said, I think it was fine on that. As far as the other riders go, J-Mart, we've said enough. I heard that Shimoda and Mumford both might have options at different Honda teams and that they would be getting help. Like the team would be... I think it's one of those deals where Honda has these contracts. They got to do something for these guys. They don't have the room because I think Jet and Hunter Lawrence are going to factory Honda. Like they're going under the rig, I think, with Kenny and Chase. Like they're going in-house, which makes total sense. I mean, both of them are great. Hunter, obviously, I think his summer was just screwed for him. It wasn't his fault with the shoulder thing he had going on. But Jet is obviously a star. Right? Honda's not letting him go anywhere. Right, Joe? There's no possible way.
No.
So you move him in-house. You move Hunter in-house. And then the other guys, I've heard that they're going to be putting on maybe other Honda teams. I think other Honda teams might be merging. I think the Chaparral Honda team might merge with the Phoenix Honda team. If that happens, that's rad. Maybe those guys end up there. That's kind of what I'm hearing, and I hope that happens because it sucks for them to just be boned out of a ride. But at the same time, those guys lost a lot of sponsors, like quick. You know what I mean? They lost, I think, Shift. What's the other one? Amsoil, I think, pulled out last year. Now, when the team runs out of money, what do you do? I think they got it kind of dropped on their head a little bit. So, but yeah, I think they're going to end up being okay. That's what I think about the rest of the Factory Connection guys. Next one.
We kind of already covered this, but we'll give it a shot. Fezia says, how is Dylon going to go on the Yamaha 450 next year? We already did that. But
how do you think he does?
Oh, I think it's going to be rough. I said, I think he's too small for that bike. It's going to be weird.
I mean, he's your guy, too. So
he'll give it a go for a year or two, and then he'll jump ship and go to another manufacturer.
You'll follow the web plant?
Yeah,
the web plan?
Exactly, yeah.
So take the cash, do what you can, and then find a spot somewhere else. I hate to say that, but formula exists. It worked for a guy. You know what I mean? Cooper went from being like, dude, this dude don't have it, to winning the title. So I hate to crap on Yamaha. And again, I will say, I think one of their biggest problems is that their motorcycle is very, very good in production form. I just don't think it's built to suit these factory guys as much. And again, maybe star guys will change that. Maybe they'll look at the bike different and go, no, we can do it this way, But current history tells me that the bike is hard to get right for factory guys and is incredible from a stock perspective. And that's, at the end of the day, yeah, they want to win, but I think Yamaha's doing good on sales too. So it's kind of hard. You don't want to shit on your customers and build a bike that's for Dylan. And then everyone that buys it goes, I can't ride this damn thing. So they're kind of a double-edged sword a little bit. Next one.
They had a second part. It said, and why did Heart Raft have yellow backgrounds?
I don't know. I actually text Brandon and damn, is that for you?
I hope not.
Wow. I asked Brandon, Heart Ref, I said, why do you have yellow backgrounds? And he said he didn't know. So I think it was something to do with just a cool schemed graphic thing. And I don't know how they got away with the fact that you're not allowed to have yellow graphics. No one else can. So I don't really know why that happened or how that happened, but neither did he. Next one.
M. Gomes 911. With no Geico team, does that mean factory Honda offers a few 250 rides?
Yeah, Jet and Hunter.
I think we covered that.
I think that's kind of done, I think. If not, it's going to be. But yeah, I think that's happening. Jet and Hunter to factory Honda, which that'll be weird. Andrew Short maybe was the last time I saw a 250 guy that Honda had. KTM had it. They had it with Justin Hill, but I think the last time Honda maybe had a factory Honda 250 rider straight from HRC, I think was Andrew Short, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, next one.
I am Stillian 99 says, was Marchbanks to Club MX a last-ditch effort to get a ride for 2021? Where else could he go? Would love to know the real reason they let him go.
I don't know. Joe, how frustrated have I been by this topic?
Yeah.
For a while now.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, first, okay, let me split this into two things. Yeah, I can chew gum and walk at the same time, right? Can I say two things that are true at once?
Mm-hmm.
This is so amazing for Club MX. And this is so unbelievably WTF for Garrett Marchbanks. And that's not a knock on them. They're a new team. They're just coming up. So I'm not crapping on the team. I'm just saying this guy won Daytona and had 2 podiums and is not on a factory bike next year. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know. There must be something behind closed doors that I just don't know and understand. But it's a WTF. It really is. And for Club MX, this is huge for you guys. Huge, because now you are a team you're going up anyway. Lopes was great this year. Josh Hill was great this year. Joey Crown came out. So you proved this year that you're on your way up. I'll give you credit for it, because you guys, you're making things happen. But now you got a lot of pressure. You got Garrett Marchbanks, and this dude's a podium guy, in my opinion. And if he races 250 East next year, which I think it's an East Coast team, that dude could be on the podium next year on a Club MX bike, and that's huge for them. And then maybe that bridges Garrett back into a factory, or I don't know, or maybe, I don't know. I'm so confused, and I can't wait to ask a certain 2 team managers, WTF. And I will ask them that when I see them. I will ask them what the hell happened there, because from a talent perspective and an age perspective, I mean, I'd be all over it. I would be all over trying to get him, and nobody did. And he signed with a privateer Yamaha team that is in, like I said, they're ascending. They're on the way up. But it's a really, really weird pairing, in my opinion. But again, for Club MX, you guys got a great opportunity. Do something with it, because it's one of those things, though. Have you ever seen a couple dating and you see the girl and she's just like, damn, she's hot, and then you see the dude and you're like, how did that guy pull that?
All the time. Hotchickswithdouchebags.com.
Okay, I kind of feel like this is one of those where when I saw the post, I was like, how did that dude pull that chick? I'm not calling Marchbanks a chick, but you know what I'm saying,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
It's a little...
How did he land that?
Maybe one's a 9 and one's a 6, and I'm not exactly sure how they got together.
Sure. One thing is out of the other thing's league.
Yes, and that's, again, for the 6 out there, you better do right with your 9, because you got a great opportunity here, all right? I don't know if that metaphor works all the way. I hope it's not taken the wrong way, but I think y'all might understand what I'm trying to say. Just weird to me. Next one.
Bat 450, what up, fellas? What's your thoughts on Stank Dog's season? Out of curiosity, why did he choose to run the 250 class instead of 450s?
I don't know why Stank Dog chooses to do anything that Stank Dog does. And when I saw him race at the Outdoor National and get 10th in the mud, I didn't even know he was racing. So I don't know, but my guess would be... I don't even know. I should just ask the guy, because literally I have no idea what he's doing ever. He's all over the place. He's somewhere right now doing something weird that I don't know. So I'll ask him, but I don't even have a guess. Maybe he just wants to write 2 videos because he likes them. In fact, yeah, that's it. I'm going to say the answer is because that's what he wanted to on that day when he decided to do it. That's my guess. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay, next one.
This is the last 5, Poppy, lightning round. 10-man 407, what up, Bat Bros? I love the show. Should I sell my Cowie and buy a KTM or keep the Cowie?
What would you do, Joe? Knowing everything you know about these bikes, do you go with the Cowie that won the Supercross championship? Do you go with the KTM that won a Supercross championship? Got to take Snap-on Dan into consideration. Do you get the same bike as him so he can always feel good and happy when you're around, or do you get the opposite so you could talk shit? What do you get, Joe? What are you going to get?
I'd probably get the KTM.
Because of Dan?
Because of Cooper Webb.
Because you like Cooper Webb?
Yeah.
I probably get an RMZ. I want a Suzuki. I'm going to get a Suzuki.
I know you like your Zooks.
I do. Next one.
Roger Gould, does Marchbanks win with club?
Win, no. Podium, yeah. I'm going to say a podium next year for that team. Club MX, Garrett Marchbanks will get a podium next year. And that will be huge for them and huge for him, too. It'll prove the non-believers wrong. But then again, like I said, maybe there's something more to it that is outside of his results. And I don't know what that would be. I've talked to the kid multiple times, and I like him a lot. But never know. There's things that other people may know that I don't. I mean, especially the people that deal with him every week. So I don't know. I'm baffled. Next one.
Lithium M. Forrest says, Barsha deleted his post on Instagram riding a Yamaha. Did it end on bad terms or contract obligations from Gas?
Did he really do that?
I don't know.
I have to look, because I'm just saying that seems like something like a girl would do when they break up with their boyfriend. Go and delete all the posts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, there may be a certain writer. Am I blocked? No, here he is. I'm good. No, he didn't. His most recent post is him. Oh, no, his most recent post from October 2nd. Did he say on Instagram or on?
He said on Instagram.
His most recent post on October 2nd is him on a Yamaha all fired up. And then, oh man, holy crap. Before that, though, they're all gone. Dude, Joe, Barsha's Instagram page has 37 posts total. He literally deleted everything.
All right, so now that it's confirmed something's going on, the real part of the question that I'm interested in is,
okay, hold on.
Did it end on bad terms, or was this a contract thing?
I don't know. Like I was saying before,
Do you think
when
they
you
would put
break
that?
up, like a girl breaks up with her, like, okay, if you and Mrs. Producer Joe were to break up, you wouldn't delete all her Instagram posts, but she'd probably delete all yours. That's just kind of what they do. I mean, Maggie would delete all mine.
Right.
She would just clip me out of the history, right? It just seems a little like that. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know why he's doing that, but he has 37 posts on his Instagram page. One of them on a Yamaha, and then after that, the rest are all gone. But to be fair,
clean slate.
well, to be fair, every other post, there's no dirt bike at all. It's just him and his wife, and he deleted dirt bikes like out of his entire Instagram for some reason. And it's his one. He's got 700,000 followers. It's the one.
Maybe he's retiring.
So I don't know what it would be. No, he just signed with Gas. I don't know what the reason would be, but I'll ask that when I see him too. I'll put that on the list of things to ask, along with 2 team managers. Why the hell you didn't sign Garrett Marchbanks? It's on my list. Next one.
Groovy79, with the amount of people exiting California, any moto companies rumored to be looking to relocate? And could you see the American Moto Hub moving to a different part of the country?
Yeah, I could. I can tell you right now that I know of a very predominant team in the sport that is planning on moving out of California to Florida in the next year. So I could see that happening a lot more. Companies, I mean, especially with the way companies work, a lot of these companies don't necessarily have to operate in this, this state. They sell through distributors or online, which we live in a big country, and you don't have to necessarily be here to do business. Am I right, Joe?
You are absolutely right.
Is there a chance that you may not be here for long?
Big chance.
Is there a chance that I may not be here for long?
Huge chance.
Yeah, let's just say there's a lot of people trying to get out of this state. It's not just businesses, not just teams, just individuals and families. So, yeah, I could see a lot of it happening, but I know of a certain team that is for sure.
We gone.
And, yeah, without question, I think there's 2 other human beings that you may be listening to right now that might not be here for long. So, next one.
OG Motohead comes back. Eddie Neva official says, what's the chance that there isn't an A1 or all Supercross rounds outside of California?
I don't know. I keep hearing that, and if I'm being honest, I'm just kind of afraid to ask. I feel like I'll be told what's up when it's time for me to know what's up.
The chances are high, Eddie, because the governor of California is an idiot.
Well, let's just say if you take a look at the country, you can get an idea on where opportunities are going to be. So I personally would say good luck, because I just don't see this state allowing anything. I mean,
A1's in Florida this year.
Where else is there an A? What other A's are there? Arlington's an A. So you can still have an A1 in Arlington. How about Alexandria? Isn't there a Virginia?
I'm sure, yeah.
What's another big A, though? There's got to be a big...
Austin?
That's Texas. You got a big old stadium down there. Man, I feel like I'm just really forgetting any big city that has an A.
Me too. I wasn't prepared for a geography question.
Neither was I. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't think so. This state is going crazy, but I do know, because there was little rumblings before, like Supercross was in jeopardy. No, Supercross is not in jeopardy. It's happening. It's all good. Employees that work there are on Instagram today even. We're back. First day of school. Great to be back here. Can't wait. Let's go 2021. So no, Supercross it's coming. 2.5 months. We'll be gearing up for round 1. I don't know the details yet. When I do, you'll all know, because when I get told what I need to be told, I'll be told. I'm not bugging. I'm not squeaky wheeling this one. So we'll find out soon. Next one.
Last one. Tyler Gill 216 says, what's up, DB and producer Joe? Does Jet continue his great rides into Supercross and challenge for a championship?
Obviously, yes. How quickly, though? For real?
2022.
So next year is fun, but he don't get it done yet?
Close, but no cigar.
Okay, I'm kind of with you, but then there's a side of me that thinks maybe he just comes out and is this... I just kills everybody.
Hey, I'd love to be shown wrong on that one.
Well,
really
here's
would.
the thing: if you are shown wrong, then we're in for a treat.
Oh, it's enjoyable as hell.
It's enjoyable to watch, because he does things on the bike. Even Impala this weekend, he was doing some things. If y'all notice, he would pull away from Dylan in all the technical sections, and then Dylan would get him back in all like the kind of faster power sections. And Jet, I'm telling you, Jet does things on a bike that is just, I don't even know where he gets it. I don't think he's got crazy Supercross experience. It's not like he grew up all day on a Supercross track. So I just don't understand how his brain even sees and dissects a Supercross track the way it does for being so young. And he's only going to be a few months. He's going to be a little older by the time we go. So, yeah, I say he's going to be one of the favorites without question. Fair to say?
That'll be fun.
Fair to say. All right, guys. Well, a couple weeks. We'll be back. We'll bring Vincent back on the next time, and we'll do a fun listener question. We'll let you guys go ham.
Uh-oh.
Who do you want to give the gift card to, by the way? We got to pick somebody. Look it up while I thank our sponsors. Fly Racing, thank you guys so much. Mika Metals, No Toil. EMT Racing, Viral Moto. Old Me Creations, Motosport.com. All-American Chevy of Killeen. Screen Printing Done. Guts Racing, Scott USA. DRS Suspension with Racetech and Blendzall. Thank you guys so much. RacerX, thank you as well. Motosport.com, gift card, Joe. Pick somebody.
Let's go with the Mount Rushmore guy. Basic White Father.
So which one was he, though?
He was the one that had the Carmichael, Stewart, McGrath, and Weege.
So not the
real
old
Kosh
boy that
racing.
punked him?
Not the old boy who punked him.
Might not even be an old boy. Might be a young guy who just knows his history.
It could be.
And the other guy could be an old boy who just don't care.
Basic White Father. You got the gift card. Holler at your boy, Daniel
bro.
Blair 125.
Yeah, hit me up on the DM and we'll get you that gift card. It was a good show, Joe. Good to see you.
Incredible show.
And I'll see you soon.
You got it, buddy.
Later.
Main event motor. Screw it. You know it by now.